Hey guys, I was looking around the archive forums today, and in the general SAS4 thread, I noticed people having a bit of a discussion on using the Higgs sniper versus the Hornet sniper. And so I wanted to bring this point up, which I tried to explain a bit. I don't think I really explained it very well, but close enough. Yeah, I wanted to bring this up because it's just not really something that I've noticed people paying much attention to anywhere. I mean, even in games other than this. But it's a problem in all games that use semi-automatic weapons. And quite frequently, semi-automatic guns are given 15 RPS specifically because of this. Because basically, 15 RPS is more than is expected for the average person to really be able to click. So that technically solves that issue for them. So basically, the idea is, well, let's look at this. So look at the Higgs, for example. It has 4 RPS. Theoretically, since this has 4 RPS, if we click 6 times a second, we should be making maximum DPS out of that. But we don't. And, yeah. So this is pretty much, we'll do this explanation here. If we're clicking 6 times each second, pretending that we have perfectly spaced intervals, which is impossible, humans can't do that. But just pretend for me, just to make this example make sense. We're basically clicking once every 0.166 seconds. Recurring, but I've gotten rid of all recurring decimals in this just because that is really annoying, and it makes takes up a lot of space. But don't worry, it doesn't actually impact the results at all. That's not a problem. Okay. So at 4 RPS, we're able to shoot once every 0.25 seconds. And that's not just once every 0.25 seconds, but 0.25 seconds after the last time you fired. So that is important. You have to think about that. That is more important. Like this bit here. That is very important. Okay, so in this particular example, over 1 second, we are clicking at these intervals, these 6 intervals. So as I mentioned here, I cut off the recurring decimals because they're just weird. But don't worry about it, it doesn't impact the results. So basically, these are the points we are firing at. I've labeled some red because those are the ones that just didn't work. And you've lost DPS from those. Okay, so basically, we fire at 0. That works fine, no problem there. But then, the next time we can fire is 0.25 seconds after that. So it is the 0.25 second mark, which is about here. So we totally missed this shot here. That shot, we clicked, but since we hadn't waited long enough yet, it didn't work. Nothing happened. We waited longer here, so after that 0.25, we still didn't click. We waited until 0.33. So that is the last successful shot that we fired, so we now have to wait 0.25 seconds after that. And that's about 0.58 seconds, so that's about here. So we totally missed another shot, and that's just going to keep happening like that because our next successful shot is then 0.66, and it's just going to keep following the same pattern. We got to wait 0.25 seconds after this shot, which is about 0.91. So yeah, we fired early again and didn't work at all. So pretty much, even though we fired 6 times over that second and we have 4 RPS, only 3 of them worked. So we've essentially lost 25% of our total damage here, even though we were firing 50% faster. I don't know if that's a pattern. I don't know if shooting like 350% faster will make you lose 175% of your damage. I don't know. This is the only example I've done. All I know is firing faster than your actual RPS is bad. To actually maximize DPS from a semi-automatic gun, you have to fire exactly at those 0.25 second marks, which is impossible. You can't do that. So yeah. So basically, when using a semi-automatic gun, what you got to do is fire slower than your RPS. So you want to be having a gun with faster RPS than you can actually click, which is why 15 RPS. That's why most semi-automatic guns have 15 RPS. And that, I believe that's probably why most of the pistols in this game originally had 15 RPS. But then they were nerfed. So, but now they're all fully automatic anyway at level 5 mastery, so that's not a huge deal there. So yeah, I hope this helps you understand this issue here. I'll say it again. Basically, the problem is that just this. Just this. You can't get the full RPS out of your gun if it's semi-automatic. It just doesn't work. So if you're ever looking at a really close difference, like at grade 12, the Hicks and the Hornet have very similar DPS. Do not use the Hicks. Even if you're only using it specifically for bosses, you're just going to lose too much because of the fact that it's semi-automatic. It's not worth wasting your time. So yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll see you around.